After working for 5 weeks flat around the clock on my BMW M6, this was the result. But I'm also made a promise, and the promise was to go to the Mfest. So there's one more thing that we need to sort out before we can leave. So let's jump straight into that and go on a road trip to the Mfest. So we've got the M6 in the garage. There's one more thing that we need to sort out before we leave, and that was a smoking brake on the right rear. So I think this is our solution for the problem. I'm hoping that that's going to fix it. We've got new discs, new pads. We're going to do the brakes at the back. If it's not going to fix it, I'm going to disconnect that brake because we are leaving. So let's quickly rip these wheels off, do the brakes, and hope for the best. New brakes are in. I'm just going to go for a test drive just to make sure that everything is perfect before I hit the road.
15 minutes later.
Okay, so I was driving around in the neighborhood for about 10 kilometers without applying the brakes at all. Wasn't easy, but I got it done. So let's check. Let's do a temperature comparison. First of all, this is what the left disc looks like. It's not really heating there. I can touch it. Okay. Let's check the right hand side. Definitely heat in there. Definitely. I can't keep my hand on that thing. So we're not out of the woods yet. And I know what the problem is. If I'm going to leave it like that, I'm going to cook that new disc. That cost a lot of money. I'm going to cook that new brake pads. That cost a lot of money. So
12 o'clock midnight.
And finally the brakes is sorted. It's very late at night, so I'm busy packing now. I'm gonna pack, jump in the shower, and then we can go. But I'm gonna take some tools with me. And the reason for that is this is gonna be my first ever long distance drive with this car. And I mean, it's about a 3,000 kilometer drive. So I need to make sure everything that I'm going to need, if I'm going to need something, is with me. Done. So let me jump in the shower and get refreshed. First stop, gas station. Let's go. tank is full. I'm gonna reset the trip and we're gonna have to check what our fuel consumption is. I'll take it easy on the car for the first few hundred kilometers just to feel everything out, and then we can start pushing a bit more. I'm guessing 8.5 kilometers per liter, pushing at 9, but we'll see. And finally we can hit the road. So the problem with the brakes was not the brake discs and the brake pads, but it's a good thing I replaced them because those discs were skimmed past their limit, so it was dodgy. I replaced the discs, I replaced the pads, and then first test drive there was heat in that brake again. I made the discovery that the brake pad carrier was bent. So I still got the bent brake pad carrier in the car, but I did do a bit of a MacGyver. So I did a MacGyver, I drove it for a while, checked it again, and checked it again, and it's working. So I'll just keep my eye on that brake. Every time when I stop, I'll check it out, but so far so good. Thank you. So after 2 hours of driving straight, I think it's time we pull over just to make sure that everything is still fine, especially on those rear brakes. Okay, so we made our second stop now. The reason why I'm checking the engine is because I'm getting a constant coolant smell, but I just can't seem to find the leak. But it will definitely reveal itself a little bit later. Okay, she's looking good. Okay, I think we can stretch it now. I think everything is fine. I mean, after 160 kilometers, no problems. Let's go. And it's the very next morning as we drove right through the night. Woo! I've never been so happy to see a filling station, because check this. This thing says the range is 5 kilometers. It's empty. We did 751 on a tank. Not too shabby at nights. All the way from Cape Town to Colesberg on one tank with a BMW M6. Magic. Okay, so we just filled up. And there's our mileage. So let's do the calculation. Quite simple. You take the kilometers, divide it by the fuel, and it gives you kilometers per liter. We're going to take the mileage that we did, that was 752.2 kilometers, and we're going to divide it by the amount of liters that we put in the car. That's 76.360. That equals 9.85 kilometers per liter. I mean, come on. Telling me a V8 is heavy on fuel, that's amazing. I thought 8.5, but this. So the goal from here is, we filled up. The goal is to get to Kyalami Grandprix circuit on just 2 fuel tanks. So this is our final fuel tank. We're gonna have to push this one all the way to Kyalami Grandprix circuit. So let's see if we can do it. And just as everything seemed so perfect, that constant coolant smell revealed itself. There's our first problem. Let's go check it out. Temperature's still okay. Okay. Let's open it up and see. There's a leak. That's still full. Still good. So the challenge is on that side. I came prepared. I was hoping not to use this stuff, but looks like we're gonna have to use it. Unfortunately. I can see a leak over here. So if I wiggle this, I can see that this is moving as one. But if I move it on this side, that pipe's not even moving, so that clamp is loose over there. Seems dry underneath. Yeah, warning's gone. That was a quick fix. Whew. Okay, let's go. And now I can take a break, all thanks to my lovely wife that supports me tremendously behind the scenes.
I call right now if you with it. I seen 1,000 pretty girls in this room. $1 I've been looking for you. I've been searching, it's so hard to find a girl who's one of a kind. Just being alone just isn't cool. I'll take 1,000 trips around the world just so I could find you, girl. 'Cause darling, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you.
So we finally made it. We're at Kyalami. We're at the gas station. We filled up. On our final fuel tank, our fuel consumption calculation came up to 11.5 kilometers per liter. That was our trip from the last refuel. There's our total distance traveled. I think we need to get to our posse because I'm exhausted. We've been on the road for about 20 hours. So I would like to just stretch my legs for a bit. So let's get to the posse. So our accommodation for 2 people for 3 nights came in just over 5,600 Rand. This is our balcony. And it's got a beautiful view with the city night lights. Not that we're here to spend time on the balcony. We're here for cars, we're here for the Mfest. Let's make our way to the Mfest. Let's go. So our Mfest tickets came in at just under 8,900 Rand for the both of us for the Friday and the Saturday, and the Saturday's VIP tickets. Just a few weeks ago, we were grafting on this car, and come to think of it, we just did a 1,500 kilometer drive all the way to the Mfest as promised, and It was just so amazing to share this journey with you guys. Was it worth it? Oh yes, definitely. Are we gonna do it again? Probably. Let's see what the Mfest is all about.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the madness. In the morning, it's all gonna vanish. Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you. Not every light is gonna guide you.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan. In real life, be living out my dreams. If I'm waking up in a foreign land, Chris coming up the other side.
Cheers, Mohammed.
Cheers.
That was really amazing.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. That was an amazing experience, but it's time for us to leave. We've got a long road ahead of us to go all the way to Cape Town. Mfest was amazing. I really enjoyed every single bit of it. Biggest car event I've ever been to. Well organized, packed with entertainment. It was amazing. But now let's get to Cape Town. We're gonna push all the way to Cape Town. We're not gonna play around. I want to get home. I need to get home. I need to be back in Cape Town on Monday because I've got a project waiting for me that I need to sort out. So there's no time to waste. I need to get back to Cape Town. So let's go.
So the decision was to push hard so that we can get back to Cape Town as quickly as possible, and also do a comparison with the fuel consumption, driving Miss Daisy versus pushing the car. But that didn't last long until this happened. And then we hit some sandstorms on our way back. And the harder you push, the quicker you need to pull in by the fuel station.
Standard BMW routine. From Cape Town to Midrand, checking the brakes. From Midrand to Cape Town, checking the cooling system.
So for some reason this gentleman didn't fill the tank to its full capacity, so we had to refuel twice.
So we made it to Beaufort, so we're gonna overnight here. Everything's still nice and dry. Very happy with that. This is our posse. So I'll see you guys in the morning. And it's the next day. We had some good rest, so now it's the final stint. And then we're back home. Just have to perform our normal BMW routine check.
And hopefully this is our final refueling, because Cape Town is not that far anymore. And the fuel consumption is not that bad pushing the car. It calculates to a whopping 7.8 kilometers per liter. And so we continued pushing further on our way back home.
Thank you. And finally, after 2,835.4 kilometers, we've made it back to the headquarters. Oh, what is that? What is that right over there? Maybe I'm gonna show you guys what that is. I can show you what that is if you want to know. Finally, back on Cape Town soil. Let me show you guys. I can only show you this part over here. Let's call it a wrap. That'll be a wrap for now, guys. No, I'm just kidding. We just cover this baby. What do you guys think? I'm excited. Super excited on this build. I've been in the market for one for a very long time. This is the best one at the best price that I could find. I don't know what's wrong with the car. We're gonna have to find out together. But that's what this channel is all about. That'll be a wrap for now, guys. I will see you guys next week where we will crack on with our new project. Thank you so much for watching. If this is the type of content, this is not the type of content that we normally do. This is my first ever road trip that I wanted to share with you guys. Normally we rebuild cars like this. If that's the type of content that you like, hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.